Veles Labyrinth, the fastest legendary lost sector, is now even easier to clear with the Season of the Splicer seasonal mods. In this lost sector, you can easily clear under 2 minutes long, but if you're a little under the recommended power level, you'll still be easily clearing between 3 and 4 minutes with this loadout. Make sure you own the Beyond Light expansion and that you've cleared the Veles Labyrinth lost sector on normal difficulty. The Legend and Master versions won't appear for you until you do both of those things. If you're wondering what the exotic drop ever is, linked below I have the entire Season of the Splicer rotation, so you easily know when you can farm for the new exotic boots, or any exotic that you're still missing. There are only 3 things that matter for your loadout: your weapons, having 2 armor mods, and your subclass. Everything else is just extra to help you more easily or more quickly clear runs. You don't need anything else unless you're lower power level and having trouble clearing. If you are lower level or having trouble clearing, we'll also go over some things that'll help. So here's your weapon loadout. Use a kinetic auto rifle like the Chroma Rush dropping this season. Use Salvager Salvo from last season. And then use the exotic Anarchy in your heavy slot. The 2 armor mods you need are Anti-Barrier Auto Rifle and Unstoppable Grenade Launcher, both of which will go on your gloves. And then all you need is your favorite solar subclass for breaking the 1 solar shield at the end. That's all you need. There's 2 Barrier Knights and 1 Unstoppable Ogre. Your Chroma Rush is for breaking the barrier, and both Salvager Salvo and Anarchy can stun the Unstoppable Ogre. Both are also arc damage, which is buffed in this lost sector, so you've got 2 options for champion and boss DPS. It's possible you don't have Salvager Salvo, or maybe you still don't have Anarchy yet, so here's an alternate loadout. It's slower, but it's still safer and more accessible if you're new to Destiny or haven't played in a while. In your kinetic slot, you're either going to use Ignition Code, the kinetic grenade launcher, or Farewell, the kinetic sidearm. Both of these drop from Override. In your energy slot, you're going to use either Eternal Blazon, the arc scout rifle from World Drops, or Symmetry, the arc exotic scout rifle from the Beyond Light expansion. And then in your heavy slot, you're going to use Heretic, the arc rocket launcher from the Altars of Sorrow on the Moon. When you load into the Lost Sector, if you're running Salvager Salvo, make sure you have Ambitious Assassin, Vorpal, and Boss Spec equipped. The first thing you want to do is take the right side tunnel, kill a couple of the grouped up Thrall with Salvager Salvo, so then you can reload and have 2 shots in the mag. When you get to the bottom of the tunnel, start lining Anarchy shots for anything that enters the tunnel. Make sure to stick 1 Anarchy shot to the Barrier Knight, and then shoot both salvo shots into the Knight. As soon as the second shot hits, you'll have enough time to swap to your kinetic auto rifle and then break the barrier. The Anarchy shot still on the Knight should finish it. Now in the first main room, I use Salvager Salvo again on the Hive Acolytes at the bottom of the stairs to proc Ambition Assassin's double shots in the mag. At the top of the stairs, I put an Anarchy shot on the Barrier Knight and then a second on the ground to stun it in place there. Remember, Anarchy has unstoppable rounds for 3 seconds when you swap to it or you reload the weapon. Swap to Salvager Salvo once you get the second Anarchy shot down, and then shoot both shots into the champion. Break the barrier that pops with your auto rifle and let the Anarchy shot stuck to the Knight finish it. Swap back to Salvager Salvo again and then proc Ambitious Assassin on the pack of Thrall up ahead. When you jump across the gap, around the corner is the Unstoppable Ogre. The fastest way to kill the Ogre is hit it with an Anarchy shot, drop a second Anarchy shot on the ground, and then hit the Ogre with both salvo shots. And then what I do is jump over the champion and reload my weapons while the Anarchy shots kill the Unstoppable Ogre. Now that you're in the final boss room, all that's left now is the Solar Shield Hive Wizard and the final boss. Toss your Solar Grenade or your Solar Melee ability to break the Solar Shield, and then finish the wizard with the double Anarchy shot plus Salvager Salvo combo. Once it's dead, hop to the left where the chest is, pull out Salvager Salvo, and then proc Ambitious Assassin on the small group of Hive Acolytes. As the boss is spawning, drop some Anarchy on the ground in front of the portal it spawns from. Once it comes out, tag it with a direct Anarchy shot, and then just start bursting it down with Salvager Salvo. This is a really easy way to clear the Lost Sector in 2 minutes or less. If you don't have this loadout, just take it slow and steady with the alternate loadout that I recommended. If you're lower power level or having trouble staying alive to clear, there's a few things for you to add to your loadout. Most likely you're having trouble with the Barrier Knights with their Arc Boomer shots. Their shots just do so much extra damage in this Lost Sector. If you're having trouble in general, run any combination of arc resistance and concussive dampener. If it's just arc damage in general destroying you, run double arc resistance on your chest piece for a 40% damage resistance to arc. If it's the barrier knights giving you the trouble, then run one arc resistance and one concussive dampener. Seriously, it's really important you plan these two mods towards what's giving you the most trouble. If you only run one arc resistance or one concussive dampener mod, you get a 25% reduction in damage from either one. But if you double up and run two of the same mod, it's a 40% reduction. That's why it's important to run one of each if the barrier champions are what's giving you the most trouble. You'll get 50% damage reduction from the barrier knight's arc boomer shots as opposed to just 40% if you double up. But if the barrier champions aren't bothering you, getting the 40% damage resistance to arc damage will probably help you more. At the very worst, you can run Warmind or Charge with Light armor mods for reduced damage or healing when you get charged with light stacks, or destroy a Warmind cell. I don't think you'll need them if you're between 1300 and 1310 power level, as long as you have the resistance mods on your chest piece, but it's something to think about. If you really just cannot stay alive, use Risk Runner, the Arc Exotic SMG in your energy slot, and Interference 6, the Arc Legendary Grenade Launcher in your heavy. Risk Runner won't do anything to the champions, but it'll add another 50% arc damage resistance on top of what you already have. Then you'll still have your heavy for the unstoppable ogre and the boss at the end of the Lost Sector. Hopefully you get the exotic drops you're looking for. Again, if you want the entire Season of the Splicer Legend Lost Sector schedule, that's linked below. Once we know the full Lost Sector rotation, since it's like 14 or 15 Lost Sectors in rotation now, that link will be updated with those as well. Subscribe to the channel for more Lost Sector guides. I'm working on clearing each legendary Lost Sector 100 times. If you subscribe to the channel, you won't miss out on everything I learned from the 1400 to 1500 clears once it's all completed. If you want more free content, I write more Destiny guides and posts on my blog linked below. Thanks for watching.
This whole world twice, if I could be a paradise.